Five, four, three, two. What's up, everybody? It is Conversations with a Veteran, Part 2. I got my boy, Pat Rifino from Kilo Charley and the YouTube channel. YouTuber, he's a good guy. I've kind of been talking to him on and off via Instagram and now finally face-to-face via Skype. So everybody, we're going to go ahead and hit this bumper real quick, and then we'll get right down to it. So here we go.
Mi gente, from Bayamón, Puerto Rico, via Dallas, Texas, it's your boy, the conservative Papi.
Welcome, my friend. Pat Rifino from Kilo Charley and YouTube. How are you, brother?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on, guys.
Oh, man. So, before we get started in this crazy rabbit hole of a conversation that we're about to have, tell the Conservative Papi audience what you're all about, how you got started, and then, yeah, man, do your thing, bro.
Well, I have a little, I guess it's I don't know, my shtick, my sob story, if I had to do that draw my life nonsense. So I'm 24 years old. I originally from New York, Queens, New York.
Queens in the house?
Yeah, I guess, something like that.
Come on, man. Biggie, bro.
Nah, I don't rep it, man. It's not me. I'm not about that life, man. My father, pretty nuclear family, dad did the mom and dad both worked, for a little bit. Spent a lot of time with my grandma growing up just because mom and dad worked. Dad was a firefighter. Mom was a real estate agent. My dad also was an entrepreneur. He's a contractor, general contractor up there. 17 years old, joined the Marine Corps. Did that for about 4.5 years. One deployment to Afghanistan. Nothing crazy, I wasn't kicking indoors or anything like that. Just I fixed helicopters and I had a couple of drop arm posts every day. Worked a lot. Did some of that stuff. Help with the Casovacs and all that stuff, and nothing crazy. It was nothing extreme. Got out of the Marine Corps too early, took a job trying to help in Charlotte, North Carolina. Didn't work out, messed up a lot. Got arrested for a little bit. Felt real sorry for myself, got real fat. Had to move back to New York. Lived in Queens again for a little bit. Went to college, and after that, moved down to Texas, moved to Austin after I graduated. I finished my associate's degree in liberal arts, nothing crazy. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so they told me I had to pick a major, so I did it. And finished in 3 semesters, After that, moved down to Texas, finished. Was about to go to my 4-year school and I didn't want to go, so I went to Kosovo, took a security job, and ended up doing pretty well there. Started drawing, started writing, being creative on my off time, going to the gym, did a lot of good stuff. In between all this, met my girlfriend, ended up moving to Missouri, was getting ready to go back to Afghanistan in 2017, September, had a lapse in my clearance. So I was literally had a plane ticket to go to Afghanistan and a visa, all that stuff got scrapped. That happened. Bought into a business, failed. Became an EMT while I was home, a CPR instructor.
Yes, sir.
And I think a program called Stopping the Bleed, which means all I do is do tourniquets and getting ready to go on another contract pretty soon somewhere. Haven't gotten the plane ticket, so I'm not telling anyone where I'm going. And then I partnered up with Kilo Charley Clothing, another veteran-owned apparel company, which all these things just keep sprouting out of nowhere.
Well, man, first and foremost, from the bottom of my heart, as a military brat myself, the son of a Air Force veteran, I thank you for your service. I know that, you're just a young dude trying to figure it out, but there's not enough respect given to you guys. So first and foremost, from the deepest part of my heart, thank you for your service. Even, you know, kind of interesting. I didn't know this about you, but you were in aviation, and that's what my father specialized in the Air Force. So it's amazing that we can kind of bond over that. So thank you for that. But
I wasn't supposed to be. That was the funny part. Is I thought I was gonna do something else, and then they ended up just switching us. Like because I don't. It was just like they were like, "Yo, you're gonna go do this," and I was like, "I guess, all right, whatever."
It works out, man. At the end of the day, it all works out because now you are in a very, what I consider pretty quickly growing YouTube channel. You have put out some videos that basically went viral. The first one,
not viral. It's definitely not viral. It's viral in the micro source. Like when you're getting like,
yeah.
I'm not. No, I'm definitely not viral. I'm growing. I think growing is a better term.
Well, that video you did about veterans going back to school, I know especially amongst the political community and on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, your video definitely gets around. So it's semi-viral. Let's call it semi-viral.
The Red Elephants picked it up, and they put it on their page, and it got like 22,000 views or something like that. So,
well, it was hilarious, and my friend, you did an amazing job, and your Osberator series is pretty funny too. So, kind of tell me, how did that come about the panda and the whole deal? How did you come out with that? What was the brainchild of that?
So there's this guy that I was working with, and he was talking about all this stuff he did. And, like, you just kind of know when someone's bullshitting you. Like, I at least I can, but you could be half retarded, and excuse my language saying that.
No, dude, we're an explicit channel. You can cuss as much as you want.
Well, this dude was like, yeah, back when I was in shape, I was doing this, and I was doing that. I was an operator, and I was training Navy SEALs. And I'm like, bro, like, I can look at someone and they could be fat, but I can tell by the way they move and how they're fat that they were an athlete, if that makes sense.
At one point or another. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've played sports with people, with fat people, and they're like, you could just tell that, like, if they were back in their prime, they'd be half decent, And there's certain things, because I've seen it with in shape people who you can tell never played sports. And you're like, oh, I think you'll be good. And they'll just be, like, playing basketball, and they'll be, like, awkward and stuff, and they have no lateral, like, movement skills. So I know that's off topic a little bit, but he was that type of guy. He was an old fat guy. He was probably, like, 46 years old. And he was like, nah, I used to do all this. I was an operator. And some dude goes, and his name was Stuart Burwell. And he's a good dude. Former Marine, and he goes, yeah, he's like, you're like that panda from the Jack Black movie. He's like, that's what you were. He's like, no, I was an operator. And then I go, yeah, like op-bearator. Like, so I drew this, like, and it's on Instagram if you want to see it. It's up there, but it's on, like, loose leaf paper of, like, this operator, but he's a panda all, like, kitted up and stuff. And I was like, yeah, some dude was like, dude, if you make that a shirt, man, I'm sure it would sell. And I'm like, I've always wanted to make shirts. I had this idea in like 2012 and I just never did it. And then 2014, I had an idea and I never did it. So I had some expendable money. I didn't have any debt. I paid off all my debt and stuff like that. I was like, let's buy 200 t-shirts and try to sell them and let's do it. And
that's fucking amazing.
It was way less than 200. Either way, I sold like 50 like that, and then I bought more, and then like I think I ended up buying close to like, but then there was a mess up in my order, so then I got free shirts, and then I gave some away. I think I think total I'm at like 260, not sold, but I've come in to 260 shirts. And I had a real good guy help me out. He's in Pasadena, right by Houston, Tactical Tees. They've taken care of me, man. Like, they've straight up taken care of me.
Oh, that's so amazing, man. First of all, when I first saw that T-shirt, I thought it was fucking hilarious because, I think I trained jiu-jitsu. I've kind of tried and failed and tried again and failed again. But, like you said, you kind of know when there's a fat guy that can do a little, that can move compared to a fat guy that doesn't move.
Yeah.
So when he said Fu Panda, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda can move, but Kung Fu Panda's still a fat ass.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely funny, man. Like, I don't know, man. I did it, and I was like, I hope this works. I hope we do it. I was nervous.
And looks like we lost some audio here. I don't know if it's him. I got you, man. Hey, I lost you there for a second. You good?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm back. Yep. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
There we go again. Okay, guys, I do apologize. This is, I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. Yo.
Hey, how are you? I'm here.
I think we lost the man. Lost the man. All right, guys. This is the Conservative Poppy Podcast. I'm going to try to get Pat back on the line. Looks like we lost him in mid-transition, so please bear with me while I get Pat back on the line. And there he goes. There we go. All right, Pat, what's up, buddy?
I am back, and I am back.
Pat. Hello? Yo. Live videos. This is fun. Sorry, guys, about that. It looks like we have him here. I don't know what's going on. Yo,
Yeah,
good? Can you hear me? Okay. This is fun. All right, guys. I do apologize about all that. So, Pat, basically, he runs a YouTube channel, and he has a T-shirt with a panda bear. And I want to see if we can get this guy on back here. Hey, Pat, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Looks here. I have the video. I don't know if he could get any audio on there. Hey, buddy, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're perfect, man.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So, before Skype kind of took a little douchebag on us, you were talking about the T-shirts and how you were taking risks with the guy from out in Pasadena, Texas, and their deal. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, when I ordered them, and then what was the hurricane that they got? There was like Harvey. Yeah, Harvey hit like right when they were supposed to come, and I was like, this is really inconvenient. Like, this is not good. And I had like a couple pre-orders and stuff, and I was like, fuck, man. I'm like, this is not good. I'm about to get, like, people are wondering where this is. I got like an order of 30 going to Kosovo. Like, like things are not okay right now, man. And I just kind of dealt with it, I appeased, I put off, I freaking was like, oh no, like, oh, they should be here any day. And I was worried, I was really worried and all that stuff. And eventually it worked out, man. Like it figured itself out.
Man, what I've noticed, at least, with being an entrepreneur and kind of doing this whole weird social media marketing and, putting yourself out there, not only, with putting your own money up, but putting all your ideas out there for scrutiny. Somehow, it's always nerve-wracking when you put something out, right? Especially if it's like your first video, your first episode, your first T-shirt. it's like, will people respond, right? Will people like what I'm putting out there? Will people, is there a slice of the market for me? And there's always a slice of the market for you. It might not be Elon Musk, size of the market, but it's definitely a part of the market for you. And I'm telling you, man, I enjoy your stuff. I really, really do. And I hate to like blow your head up like that, but we've been talking for a while, kind of back and forth through Instagram, and I genuinely mean those things. I'm not trying to, to make you feel in any way. It's just honestly, I appreciate good art. I appreciate people who keep it themselves. And, I know you're not a big 100% political guy. You're very, you don't pick a side. You just do you. You represent veterans and you represent, the lighter side of things. And I appreciate that.
Yeah. I definitely call myself a conservative. I don't know if maybe like 15 years ago, I probably would have been more, because to me, when you think of like the Democrats and stuff like that, like the way I was kind of brought up, like my parents are conservative now, but like they were, I guess, classical liberals, you could say. So it was like, we believe in, like we believe in you do you, we believe in the, business, and we believe in entrepreneurship. And it's like, and it was always kind of this like Republicans were more for big business and corporations. Well, now it kind of seems like it flipped, at least to me, and I could be 100% wrong, but in the end, this is how I think. I was like, you have these Democrats trying to socialize everything in globalist policies, and like, I'm not for that at all. Like I just kind of want to be left alone. And there's really two things I care about. Is like, don't take my money and don't take my guns. And like, because those are two things that provides for my family. Like my girlfriend, I take care of my girlfriend right now because she's in school. So what do I want to do? Well, I want to keep as much of my money as I can, so that takes care of her, and B, I need to keep her safe. So, if not, I'm not the greatest martial artist, but if you're between 3 and 50 yards of me and I have my pistol on me, I got a chance, no matter how scary big you are. So just leave me alone,
Hey man, and you know what? That's the way to think about it. I mean, it's at least modern day conservatism. That's what the weird thing, with the Trump era / post Bush. It's all about personal responsibility, personal liberties, and just like you said, give me my guns, give me my free speech, give me my money, leave me the fuck alone. That's it.
Like I just want to, like, my ultimate goal is to be somewhere up north in Montana, Wyoming, one of those states, and just alone, like chilling, like, like Bro. Go make some. That's really it, man. Like I lived in Austin, and I'll probably move between there or Dallas in a year or two. Dude, just because.
If you come to Dallas, man, trust me, bro. Me and my wife are in the process of buying a house, and we're trying to get as far away from the big city as possible. So, trust me, man. You have an open invitation to come hang out and eat some good old Texas Mexican barbecue.
I need that, man, dude. Oh my god. Like, that's what I missed about like Texas in general. Like, just taco stands everywhere, and no matter where I was, man. There was one I ate, and I was so drunk outside of where the American Airlines, and we went to go see the Dallas Stars play, and I had no idea what I was saying to this guy, but I know I wasn't speaking English, and I ended up getting this burrito, man, this street burrito, because like he wasn't speaking English to me, and I was like, dude, I took like 3 years of Spanish. Obviously, I know what I was saying, and I think I said like, "Yo quiero esa." Estoy carne asada burrito, por favor. And I think that means like I am a carne asada burrito. And
no,
he just looked at.
You said it right. You said, "Can I please have a carne asada burrito?" So you did not fuck it up. So
oh, really?
You're proud of yourself right now, bro.
I am, dude. Because when I went to Mexico, like I've been to Tijuana before in like 2010, and then I actually took like a real like nice part of Mexico trip, and I was able to communicate in Spanish a little bit, like to get us like, because I was like, I don't want to leave the resort, like I don't like. I just don't want to deal with it. I was like, everything here is for free. We paid X amount of money, but I was able to communicate. But yeah, man, Texas, any sort of food and barbecue, Mexican food, Tex-Mex, whatever. Even like I've been to a decent pizza place there, and I'm from New York, and like just to have like a decent pizza was like.
Here's a cool thing, right? And I'm from the East Coast too, so you know I grew up in Florida. I'm Puerto Rican, so you know I spent a lot of time in New York growing up.
Yeah.
So when it came to pizza, it was like New York is a spot, right? Like you want good pizza, you go to New York, New Jersey, and everything else is trash.
Yeah.
Right? When I first moved out to Texas, I went to a small little place called Mimi's Pizzeria. The dude claimed to be from New York, but you know when you go to a New York style pizza anywhere that's outside of New York, you're like, are you really from New York?
Yeah, and are you really Italian? Because a lot of these guys, what they'll do is they'll say they're Italian, but they're really Albanian.
So I walk in the place, right, and I look at the dude, and he's rocking a old school blowout, right, with a New York Yankees cap, and all I can hear is like, "Hey, yo, Vito," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay." It passes the eye test.
Yeah, good start. We're at a good start.
It passes the smell test. Now let's see if it passes the taste test, right? And when I tell you, bro, it was like being in Flatbush getting a slice of pizza. It was fucking amazing. And this is pre-surgery, bro. This is pre-weight loss surgery when I was at like my fattest, bro. When I was
God.
When I was like, I'm about to eat this whole pie. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
So my dad, who's a New Yorker as well, came with me and he was like, "No, this is fucking pizza. They almost got the water right."
Yeah, and that's the thing, man, is like a lot of these guys will take the water and that's how they make it like that. Like he probably got his water. It's the same thing with bagels. They'll do the same thing.
Yeah, so but it was good, man. That the sauce was good. So whenever you come out to Dallas, I'll show you where it's at. I mean, you can tell it's not, but you can say for being in fucking Dallas, Texas, it's pretty fucking close, and it tickles your heart a little bit. So definitely take you out there whenever you come down, bro. It's decent. Yeah. It's good. But yeah, man.
I'm looking at doing, because I have a lot of, Austin's got a very strong veteran community, and that's like the only, like, I like the bar scenes. Obviously, 6th Street is a pretty awesome time, but it's got a strong veteran community, and I have like 13 skits that I've written that I have like the people in Austin are filming like that we're gonna do together, because I have my roles set out and stuff, and I'm working on a script right now for a short film. It's 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute film, and it's crazy. It's just going to be 6th Street, you know? They haven't really done one, and it's going to follow like a really douchey frat boy from UT and just get beat up and kicked out of bars. And it's kind of like The Hangover, but like it's like The Hangover, but it's just
it's fucking amazing.
Yeah. So you know those the visors where people have the hair coming out, like he's going to be wearing that. His polo will be like flipped in such a manner that it just, and then he'll be wearing like the shorts above his knee, like looking like this guy. Yeah,
he's gonna be talking like, "What's up, dude? Yeah, man. Well, you know, it's about to get lit right now because man, it's for real. You know, bro, it's about to get so lit right now, for real, bro. You know,
we'll have that,
dude. It's gonna be great, man. Whenever you get it done, I want you back on the podcast. I want to see how it goes. I want to see the reactions to people, because if anybody, look, man.
I hope, man. I hope I can get it done, man. God, I have like, I don't know how long it's gonna be. Like, it's gonna be a short film, obviously, and I'm gonna try to film it over like 3 or 4 days, man, and get it done, and just basically use an iPad and some smartphones and try to get it done. But
I don't know if you know too many people out there. I know you know a bunch of veterans, but I know a couple of the door guys down on 6th Street.
Where at?
Down on 6th Street. I don't remember the clubs off the top of my head, but I definitely know their names, and I know that they're still connected down there. My boy Scales is still connected. There are a couple MMA fighters, and couple of the guys in the jiu-jitsu community out there that definitely do the bar scene and work the late nights. So if you need some bodies, I definitely got the bodies for you. So,
well, I worked at the Blind Pig for about a year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I worked briefly with Iron Cactus back in 2012.
Oh, yeah, right across the street, yeah.
Yeah, Iron Cactus back briefly.
I love
in
that.
2012. Yeah, and then I worked out in Lake Travis as a bouncer there, too. So, dude, I get you, man. Like I said, so we'll make it work. Whatever I can do to help, I'd be happy to. Especially with the promotion and stuff. So whatever you need, I'll definitely shout you out on the page and on the podcast for sure. So, why the YouTube channel, man? Why start making videos outside of you obviously have contracts and you're making pretty decent money. Decent money.
It could be a lot better. It's just the contracts have gone down.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, it's not like back, when Bush was around and people can go to Qatar and come back, basically, 7-figure salaries. But you're not doing bad. And I know it's not the kind of work somebody like you wants. You want something more creative. You want something more of your artistic side. So why YouTube? Why take the chance and put yourself on a scrutiny on YouTube, man?
So I've had the designs on shirts for a minute, and when I was in Kosovo, I met this guy named JT Reese, and if you've ever heard of JT Reese, you've definitely seen him. His like call sign or his name is Tatted Gingy. He's ginger kid, red dreads and stuff like that, and he was doing it because he had a very unfortunate situation where he was out of work from contracting for a while. So he was trying to get everything back together and he couldn't, like straight up. So he had to work. He was working from home, or he wasn't working from home. He was like doing like part-time jobs, but he was contracting for like 4 years in the Army. Like he spent probably like 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, more than 4, less than 10 overseas. I know that for a fact. And he's actually in Iraq right now. And he was making skits all the time. And like he had 300,000 followers on Instagram, a decent Facebook following. And he was like, dude, it kept me sane, like he kept him sane. And I was like, yeah, man, it's definitely fun. So he got me into it. And I just did like funny extras. I was the extra and stuff like that. Yeah. And, I just kind of got roped into it, man. And I was like, I can do something like this one day, and just he told me, he was like, dude, I do it all on my phone. Like,
that's crazy, right?
Yeah. He was like, I gave him, and then we ended up using 2 of my ideas in the skits as his skits, and it got decent feedback. And I was like, dude, I could do this, I guess. Like, I don't know. So the first one I made a skit when I got back home from Kosovo in March, and it was me just getting a dildo thrown at my face, and it didn't get like it got like 600 views on Instagram, and I think 1 share, so maybe broke 1,000. I don't know, but I did that, and then I was like thinking, I was like, man, I want to do something when I leave Kosovo, because I was leaving in August to go to Afghanistan, which I ended up not going to. And I'm doing it, and I'm thinking about it, and then I was just like, man, maybe if I just made like a stupid dance move and like just filmed it, maybe I can get 1,000 views on that in like, it was like a week or something like that. And I ended up only getting like 500 views in a week, but like it was like I had no subscribers, nothing. Like I think I had like 40 total views of like one of the dildo video and the other video that I have up there. Yeah. And I had like 40, and I was just like, I didn't really YouTube seriously. I just did it, just like whatever. And I ended up getting like 500 views in like the first week, and then it took me like 3 months to hit 1,000 on that video. And I was like, dude, that's nuts, man. So I was like, I'd spam it to people, like, but I really didn't go that hard with it. My next video was the fighting amongst the years. the fighting between the years, or like men fighting throughout the years. And that one, I was like, I saw something on YouTube or TV about like people were like, yeah, I'm gonna make a diss track about this guy, and I was like, why don't you just beat him up? Like, so I did that, and I messed up a lot of the editing, and I could have did better on certain things, but that one didn't do that well, and it got like 400 views on like Instagram, on my Instagram page, and then just like not my Kilo Charley one, and I didn't start doing Kilo Charley yet. That was actually filmed in Austin, and then I was watching, and my next one, I only have 8 videos, so it's like not, I can go through this quick. My next one, I was watching Shameless, and this dude was like talking to someone, and then like I remember like in school the big pronoun push was going while I was in college, so I made a video about that, and then that one like was doing nothing, and then one day,
hilarious.
Yeah, like it had like 200 views, and like, man, it had like 200 views in a month, and I was like, I was getting discouraged, but like I told myself I was gonna do YouTube for a year straight, like just like make videos and you know, just for like fun, and like I'm gonna take it, and then from there, you know, we'll see what happens. And then it just blew up to like 800 views in like a week, which, you know, blowing up on a micro level, you know, is pretty cool, but it blew up.
It's weird how personal goals are completely different for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Because same thing with the podcast, you know, like when I first started doing it, I just recorded off my phone, and you know, the beginning was just, you know, rough, you know, 1-2 listens an episode, maybe 1 like, right? And that was me sharing the crap out of it, you know, spamming it on people, sharing on YouTube, Facebook, the whole 9. And then, you know, lately, ever since my Facebook hit 1,000 followers, all of a sudden it's like I do a video or I do a YouTube or an episode, right, like we're doing right now, and you know, God just kind of somehow opens the floodgates into big things, and I'm like, holy crap! Now all of a sudden I'm attracting, you know, people, and haven't reached out to too many people. I maybe reached out to you and a couple other people. But
I reached out to you. I spammed you.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it was still dope though, man. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, it's easy because all I do is type in like a hashtag.
Yeah.
And I think I'll type in like conservative or like libertarian or like 2 genders, you know?
Yeah.
Like just something like that, and then it just, you know, it is what it is, man. Like that's really all, you know, how it goes. And you know, you know, people like it, you spam the video, and you know, like I said, like Red Elephants hit me up because I had it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then shit, man, that was really it, you know? It was just cool. Like 22,000 views, and I'm like, you know, the biggest thing right now for me is I want to make the YouTube channel big enough to where I'm selling because of the YouTube channel. Like, yeah, people make millions of dollars off YouTube, and that's great. But I want to be able to build my companies through YouTube, just like many. And because
yeah, hold up, wait a second, what's going on here? Yeah, go for it. Thank you. All right, looks like the internet's kind of acting up here. Why, I have no idea. All right, sorry about that, guys. Technical issues on my side. The internet went out briefly, but we're back. Yeah, man, I get it. You want to sell your YouTube channel to support your business, and that's kind of the same model I'm doing. I want to use the podcast to help grow not only the website but expand into other things. You know, T-shirts, mugs, etc. Make a business out of it, and you know, all that good stuff.
Yeah, like and not only that, it's just fun. Like it's legitimately fun. You know, you meet some good people. You know, we got in contact. Other people have reached out to me. I've reached out to other people, and it makes you feel good when you make someone laugh. You know, like maybe, and this is over dramatic, is like someone was gonna blow their brains out, and then they saw my video and they're like, "Oh, freaking, that's funny." You know, I was thinking the same thing, and you know, like, and it's just fun. You know, it's really fun.
You
my
ever
girlfriend
thought about
like.
going into stand up?
Oh no, I could never do. I could do speaking, but I can't do dumb jokes. I
Well,
can like
it's not about doing dumb jokes. It's about writing material, like you write,
yeah.
your stuff, right? But instead, it's just you acting it out. It's just you
I,
up there.
I could. I have no interest in that, to be honest. I do the speaking at like I've talked at my high school once, and I've done that. I'd like to do more like kids stuff. If I probably lived in New York, I'd probably do that. But yeah, I don't know. I like to do like just talk to kids and tell them like this is where I messed up. You should do this. Like stuff like straight up stuff like that. That's kind of my like. Because I've messed up a lot, and if I could change a lot of my life, man, I definitely would. And everyone can say they live with no regrets, but no, dude, I do. And I've done a lot of stuff that I've wanted to do that I failed. And I could like be like, yeah, I didn't make any money doing this, or this wasn't a good idea, but I still did it. And at the time it made sense. Like I didn't just shoot from the hip. And man, like it's like I'm definitely living for myself. But at the same time, I'm still trying to take care of someone, and she's going to school right now and getting a good degree. So it's like my whole life is devoted to her, and I think that's whether you're male or female. When you're taking care, like I'm trying to figure out what I can do to supplement her, and make us have a stable life, and so she can go to school and stuff. Like, yeah, it's nice when she works, it throws an extra couple bucks our way, but man, it's all about her, it's all about her, and because eventually she's going to be taking care of me, like straight up, like she is, because I need to go back to school and get my degrees, and she's going to have the full-time job while I'm in school,
Oh yeah, man, and that's same model me and my wife are doing. It's her turn now, and then it's my turn later, but she's completely supportive of everything I do here, right?
Yeah.
With the podcast, the website, she sees that I'm investing, and she sees that we're putting in the hours, we're odd hours. I still have the day job, so I come home, I do some photo editing, I do some audio editing, I do whenever, everything that has to do, you're starting off, and definitely it's the hard part. And Lord, here we go again. Sorry guys, this internet today with the Spreaker app is giving us a hard time. So if it cuts in and out, that's what's going on. But yeah, she works on that piece, on the being supportive, and she works too, and she goes to school. So the young married couple thing. Just because we're married doesn't mean life stops. We still gotta hustle. We gotta build the foundation. So whenever God decides to bless us with some kids, hopefully a little later, in life.
Yeah.
But we're ready, and hopefully this podcast, and the website will become, big enough where I'm providing for my family while doing something I absolutely love, which is talking to people like you, talking to politicians, and, having those conversations that they don't get to have on the 5 o'clock news. All right, guys.
Like I definitely am like I have trouble working in the States, working for people. Like I I didn't like my job in the Marine Corps, so I can be a mechanic, but I don't like it. I like being overseas. I like meeting people overseas. I like being deployed, and they have jobs for that. So when they're making $1 an hour or $18 an hour, I'm doing well because I can do that. I can live my dream. I can take care of her. But I'm not ignorant to the fact that eventually it needs to stop. I can't keep going overseas because it just your ticket will get punched. Maybe not a combat injury or death, but you deal with I might just get into a car crash because they drive like idiots over there. And my face will be on the freaking pavement.
Well, man, we're about to close it down here. Dude, I get it. I get it. And I do apologize that the internet's a little kind of in and out while we're doing this broadcast, but If you can talk to anybody that's getting out now, right? Getting out here in the Trump era, getting out the military, and you're going through it, and I can tell, right? You're going through the transition of getting out the military. You've been to school. It wasn't necessarily for you. Now you're trying to do the online business through YouTube and all of that. If you can tell a fresh boot coming out of, whatever, after doing this 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, what would you tell somebody in your position that, just got out?
It's such a hard thing, man, because, part of me, being 3 years older, I wish I could have just said things, and I wish if I could go back just 3 years at re-enlistment point, I would have not gone out. I would have milked the Marine Corps for all the things they could have did. So when I did get out, I would have been like a paramedic, and then I would have did that. And from being a paramedic, I would have did something else to transition, and I would have kept transitioning. There's too much in my life. My life personally, there's too much ups and downs and not enough slight inclines and slight declines, which has made it exciting. Don't get me wrong, but I feel the way I'll be making a lot of money, I'll save a lot of money, and then bam, I'm not going to Afghanistan. So now I had this plan: this is how much money we'll save. Maybe we'll take a vacation just to at this point, and it's bam. You're not doing that. So I'm okay, so let's regroup. Okay, I'm going to take this course. I'm going to get these certs, and I'm going to invest in this my friend's business. I'm going to run it. And then you're okay, it's okay. And then bam, you're not getting any work anymore.
And then life happens.
Yeah, it's so I had a job that I thought I was going to take, and I ended up whiffing on it, the contract got swapped. And, it just happens, man. It happens, it really happens.
Well,
man,
I
I had one thing that happened to me in Kosovo, which I'm not going to share. I could off screen, we can talk about it, but it was just
that's fine.
It's nothing crazy or anything. It just, it really jerked me around, so.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And that was it. We had some audio issues here with Kilo Charley, and I had to switch microphones. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the Conservative Poppy Podcast, and see you guys next time.
Me, hey.